All right, welcome everyone, and thank you for your patience. This is the April 2020 safety meeting. We're going to go ahead and get started. First, I want to start with talking about wheel chocks and cone policies. Give you some examples here. Movers and drivers must utilize safety cones anytime the truck is stationary and interfering with pedestrian and or vehicle traffic. This interference includes any that may be caused by use of ramp or walkboards. Safety cones and wheel chocks should be the last task performed before entering the truck and leaving the premises. While picking up these items, survey the area around the truck to ensure that it is safe for the truck to pull away. Clear examples of how we want the cones and chocks to be. Make sure one is in the front of the back when regarding chocks. If you are downhill, make sure the trucks are both in the front wheel of the rear wheels. And if you're at an incline, obviously it would be reversed. Seatbelt policy. We're going to watch a quick video on seatbelt policy. Brutal. Just brutal. Now, obviously, wearing a seatbelt is very, very important. I don't need to go much further into detail than that. Besides the legalities of it, staying safe and make sure you guys are safe during driving, during any conditions, is very important. Driving hazards and conditions. Speaking of driving hazards and conditions, let's go over some tips for driving in the rain. Turn on your wipers. Yes, it's obvious, but remember to keep them maintained. A beam wiper blade, while provide more uniform contact with the glass in the rain, wipers should be replaced every 6 to 12 months for optimal performance. Use your headlights. Keep windows clear. Be patient. Take it slower than normal. Leave more room when stopping. Wet pavement may cause loss of traction and lead to sliding or hydroplaning. Go around. Turn off cruise control. When roads are wet, it is best to allow the driver to control speed and react to conditions. Regarding the fog, turn on the low beams and fog lights. Day or night, headlights should be on and set to low beam. High beams can worsen visibility as they reflect off the fog. And lastly, just wait it out. If you're just in a situation that you're not comfortable with, best case is that you just kind of hang tight until it passes through. Forward spotters. It is equally important to talk about spotting forward as it is backwards. There are a lot of tight areas in the cities, for example, one-way roads, that will require extra attention.
Follow these tips when backing up a truck. The spotter and driver must remain in visual contact of each other while the truck is moving. If the driver cannot see the spotter, the truck should be stopped. While the spotter is out of the truck, the window should be down and the radio off, so adequate communication can be maintained. The spotter should never stand or walk between the truck and a stationary object, and should always stay at least 3 feet away from the truck. If the spotter needs to walk behind the truck, the spotter should instruct the driver to stop first. Sometimes the spotter should be used when the truck is moving forward, such as when traveling through a tight parking lot or pulling out of a tight parking space. A spotter can help prevent accidents due to the rear end swing of the truck. When a truck turns, the back end can swing out, striking vehicles, houses, or other structures. Make sure use of two-wheel chocks and the use of a spotter when backing up the truck is strictly enforced.
All right, moving on. Here's another example of spotting the correct way. Tight parking lot here, and we just want to go over what you could consider. Talk amongst yourself about what are the potential hazards, and one thing to note with tight parking spots in town is that we always need to make sure that if possible we leave spots for vehicles to come and go. Driver fatigue. Being awake for 18 hours is equal to blood alcohol concentration of 0.08%, which is legally drunk. A driver can be cited as the officer's discretion for even appearing fatigued, which will negatively affect the franchise's CSA, compliance, safety, and accountability score. Suggestions to combat drowsy driving before the move consists of getting a good night's sleep before a long move, ideally between 7 to 9 hours. Eat a well-balanced diet, exercise regularly, avoid eating a heavy meal before driving during the move, schedule regular stops on long hauls every 150 miles or so, and if you feel tired or sleepy, find a safe place to pull over and rest. By implementing strategic naps of 15 to 20 minutes, you can help combat drowsy driving. Driving and being prepared. Being prepared in the event of an emergency starts with a DVIR process, making sure each truck is equipped with the following: first aid kits, secured charged fire extinguisher, and spare fuses. Finishing off with emergency triangles. On the topic of defensive driving, let's talk about some of the ways that we can be driving more defensively. Avoid filing too closely. Driver inattention, avoid mobile distractions. Driving too fast for the road conditions. Inability to control skids. And failure to use mirrors, signal a turn, or turn on the headlights in the dark could be the opposite of that. For more tips and tricks on safe and defensive driving, please refer to www.driversed.com. If you have any accidents, injuries, and close calls for the month of March, please fill them out and turn them in to either myself, Kevin, or Colum. Now let's have a house meeting. Have some things to discuss here. First thing is eliminating the blow up, being proactive. Exercising productivity can help eliminate surprises out on jobs. Call before dispatch can reveal solutions to problems before they arrive. Offering to bring boxes for last minute packing, adding demand for last minute adjustments, for example. Tips for tips. I have a cheat sheet in progress for those that are interested. When bringing up the tips, determining the end of day tip can start as early as the night before with a good night's rest. Pre-dispatch call to set the tone and a professional introduction play a large role in an adequate return. Remembering that the tips should never be our goal, but always appreciated. Walk through the breakdown on charges on Sidekick with the customer and lightly touch on the tip topic before opening Bluefin. Excessive tardiness. Let's quickly touch bases on this and what's acceptable. Tardiness is happening more frequently. Tardiness can greatly affect morning morale and set the tone for the entire day. Please be mindful of crewmates and what is considered an acceptable tardy. Some examples of that is alarm not going off would be unacceptable. Even if road conditions, you notice that they're going to be bad the night before, please take the time to leave earlier in the morning, start your cars, scrape your windshields, things that are necessary. Things that are unavoidable to us are things that we are a little bit more flexible on. Parents' house versus frat house. Cleanliness. From returning supplies to cleaning up after yourself in the restroom, let's make a conscientious effort to make our parents proud. Hold each other accountable to messy cabs and garbage in the backs of the trucks. Protect your offices. The customer could be watching at any moment. Please make sure we're being respectful to ourselves and our peers, staying clean out on jobs. Let's now use the labeled cups in the room to let off your raffles in your desired area. And we will be doing a video later on in the week to determine our winners. Thank you very much for your patience and enjoy the rest of your day.